Hey there, in this mastermind, we had an awesome discussion where we get into how to create an AI avatar that talks like you and is able to produce videos with a text script and how to exactly do that. And the lip sync is absolutely perfect. So we talked about that. We talked about how to make better, enhance your listing photos for Twilights and how easy that is. Some easy animations and turning static photos into moving photos and how to do that. And a bunch of other ideas that I think you're going to find really fascinating, and how you can also win listings using some of these AI video and image tricks. So take a look and hope you enjoy, and follow us at agentpowergroup.com where you can learn more of these strategies. I wanted to talk today about AI video and what people are doing on it. And I mean, I found some really cool applications for it that I'm excited to share with you guys. And I'd love to hear what you guys are doing. I know, John, you've been doing HeyGen.
Yeah, HeyGen and Higgsfield, and then FAL.ai.
So while we're waiting for some other people to join, this is a picture of a house that I took with my phone. And I want to show you something cool that we can do with that. Gemini. Okay, so I'm going to take that picture and I'm going to upload it, and give me a Twilight version photo, and make the grass lush. Let's see if this does it. How about that?
Very nice.
Right?
Wow.
One thing that I found that's kind of interesting is when you put photos on there with virtual staging, like I had a listing recently with virtual staging, and people would get there, but then they would suddenly get very turned off on the house. So they were so excited about seeing how well it looked and staged and all of that kind of stuff. And then when they got to the house, there's this expectation. And when they suddenly get this, like, oh, this isn't what I was imagining, they can't even see it for what it could be at that point, and they tend to just walk out. Have you guys experimented with virtual staging at all?
Yeah, what I've
Yeah.
done is I've put in the virtual staging, and then I've also put in the actual photo so that they can see, and then
Yes.
in the little comments wrote, something about this is virtually staged, this is what it could look like, or whatever.
Yeah.
Because you can use like Box Brownie to take things out. Like, I had one where it was just cluttered, so I removed stuff out. But you just
Right.
have to make a note of it.
Right. And let's see. There was a great service that does virtual staging. You upload the photos, it uses AI, and it identifies all the furniture and everything in it, and it can remove all of that. And then you can bring in whatever furniture you want. You can change the style of the furniture. You can do all this kind of stuff. And I think that is really great to even bring into a expired listing, right? And you can show them their house, but if it was staged properly, it would look like this, right? And go for the staging. Because I'm a firm believer in staging, and real staging, I think, is 10 times better than virtual staging because it's going to sell the house. Oh, here it is. But um, like this was my original image, for example, and I wanted to show it with some some furniture or a little bit something different. And look what it did. I mean, it will put things there, and then you can tell it to take those things out if there's something that alters the image too much. And let's see if there was
I like the fact that they even cast shadows with what they put in there.
original image. Now, if it has furniture in there, it will empty the space. You can take this and look at this, all staged up. And look how amazing that looks. This is Colov AI. and it gives you, you know, gives you a few different things to pick from, or you can modify them. I kind of like this one, right? Looks very natural for that house. Um, Colov AI. So write that one down.
Mhm.
Isn't that amazing?
Beautiful.
Um, okay, so that's some basic image manipulation. I mean, look how it took this house and look what it did to it. Now I could tell it keep the lawn the same and just, you know, give it a Twilight shot. This will work on most of your AI programs, whatever you're using, it will do it. I mean, how many times have you paid like an extra $100 to get some good Twilight photos of a house? It really just completely blows my mind. Like this is spot on, spot on. So HeyGen, John, can you give us a quick little rundown of HeyGen and what you've like how you've used it?
Sure. What you can do is upload a photo.
Mhm.
And what I can tell you what I've done is I've gone to ElevenLabs. That's where I've created my audio.
Okay.
It's, you know, they just do a better job with trying to match your voice to clone it. Then you upload that into HeyGen for future. And the more you train on ElevenLabs, the better it gets to sound like you. But then once you have it in HeyGen, you just have your voice cloned there and whatever avatar you want to use. And what I generally do, it's just quick, just upload a photo, and then the photo will start talking. And it's just absolutely amazing how they match your mouth. It doesn't look like you're lip syncing at all.
Mhm.
It's absolutely incredible. The issues that they have right now is that sometimes it's overly expressive. You know, and I mean, on one of mine, my eyes were kind of like bugging out a little bit, you know, but you know, it's getting better and better. But you know, it's like within seconds that it, you know, or minutes that it'll produce the video.
That's amazing.
So I ran with it.
I want to show you this one. I haven't tried this yet, but I know it's a technique people are using. This is using a program called Higgsfield AI. But basically, how this is used, and maybe you've seen this online or demonstrated, is you can take a video of you, okay? And then you can upload a picture of you in a nice outfit and have AI put a nice background to it, right? And then create an image of you in whatever location that you want. And then have it, it takes your image and you're talking. So you're actually the one talking, it's your mannerisms. And it slaps on this AI generated image to it and it remaps it like what you see here in number 3. So if you're having a bad hair day, you can fix that. If you're sitting right here, like I'm sitting right here, and maybe I want to have a conversation with somebody, but I want to make the background somewhere outside or in front of a listing or something like that, I could do it right here. I could totally do it right here
Wow.
and just have the picture of, so I could have the picture of the house be that background and have AI add me a better me on it so that I'm standing in the picture of that house. And then I just record the video right here, like I'm talking to you right now, whatever I'm talking about, whatever hand gestures I'm using, my voice, it's going right here. I'm talking directly to you, and then it just puts it all together.
Crazy.
Crazy, right? So this is called Higgsfield AI. Now I signed up for this thing. It's called Krea AI. And what I really liked about this one, it gives you access to all the video models that are out there and you can play around with them and all that kind of stuff. So for 50 bucks, I got 10,000 credits and I've already generated like, you know, 20 videos with it that I was just playing around with. And so I got a lot to go. So you get a lot of mileage for your money here, but it has like all of the things on here. So there's VO31, there's this Sora. So we'll just, I mean, here's like professor stands in front of a lively classroom giving a lecture, and it creates.
And here's the part you've been waiting for.
With voice.
Sora 2 is now available on Krea AI, making it easier than ever.
Oh, so if we were to say, a real estate agent standing in front of a modern house, luxury home in Beverly Hills, explaining about why it's great to live in Beverly Hills, and we will see what it says. 6%. Okay, while it's working on that, let me show you a couple others. So there's this thing called Synthesia
Yeah.
IO, and it makes great presentations. You can have it explain like the buying process. You can even have you in there and with your voice as the avatar. So if you want to have like a a landing page with maybe explains something about a certain process or a loan product, or buying a house a certain way, you can do it that way. This one is really amazing. This one I think is probably one of the coolest. It's called Dream Machine, and I'm going to put this in the chat. This was a picture of a listing, and it just kind of panned it, but I didn't like how it came out. But it's new and improved since I did that. This Ray 3 is this videos. And I'm not subscribed to it, but let's see. Dream Machine, ElevenLabs. I think from everything I've seen, this does some of the coolest. See if there's a, see if I can get. Like, look at what it can do. Like, you just tell it what you want and it will create it. So like perfect B-roll images. You can upload a picture of a house. Here's one thing that people have done where they upload a picture of a house, and this is what Patty's done, and she's did it with Gemini actually. And we can try that. Let me go to Gemini again. Okay. Gemini. Okay. Convert this image to a video. Pan towards the door, front door. Oh, I think I need to, you might need to be a paying customer for this, but let's try it in another one. I'm going to show you Grok real quick. Grok, I'm not a subscriber to it, but get this. There's something called Imagine. So here, by the way, you can use Grok all you want, so long as you click this Grok 4 Fast model, it will give you all the Grok that you want on this. And then there's this Imagine. So in here, I can upload that image. Let's see if it will do it. There's that picture of that house. Okay, pan toward the front door.
Was that Grock or just K?
Grok. This is Elon Musk's version of AI, which is really pretty impressive.
Yeah, it's attached to X or Twitter.
Yeah. And you can just go to grok.com to get it, or you can get it through Twitter. All right, while it's doing this, let's go back to, where is it? This one. Okay, here.
Welcome to Beverly Hills. This neighborhood blends California sunshine with a level of privacy and convenience that's hard to match. Here are your minutes from world-class dining and shopping, yet tucked into.
Okay, so you can make it longer, 15 seconds, whatever. And I think there's some options here that actually add an image to start with, a reference image. So it could be a picture of you, could be a picture of a house. You can tell it to do anything, basically. It's pretty crazy.
Wow.
Isn't that crazy? Look at that. I mean, it's unbelievable.
Welcome to Beverly Hills. This neighborhood blends California sunshine with a level of privacy and convenience that's hard to match. Here are your minutes from world-class dining and shopping, yet tucked into
Right.
So they AI'd her whole voice and
Did her voice, there's a little bit of background music to it, and you can tell it no background music or whatever you want, but amazing, right?
And which one was there a certain one you did in?
So
that
yeah,
one?
this one I used Sora 2 just because it's cheap and fast. Just to kind
that
of give you
SORA.
just
There you go, SORA.
yeah. So this is through the Krea AI app. It's got like all of these different video models that you can use, and you can do, you know, video editing. You can do let's see, image to video, right? So you say image to video, and let's do this Sora 2, see if, or we can try Sora Pro or the seed dance. So here, so you're going to input your reference image. You're going to tell it what to do, and then it will create the, like, so it started with this and it's saying fill up the thing. And look at that. Look how real that looks. With the
Sora
scheme,
2 is free. The
looks
other
really
one was
good.
like $400.
So Sora 2 is free
Yeah.
through GPT, or which one?
I just put the price in on a breakdown of Sora cost, which is often assessed through ChatGPT exactly.
Okay.
And the pricing overview is free.
Yeah. So
Plus
if you,
ChatGPT is $20.
yeah, if you have ChatGPT, you got Sora 2, and it's pretty flippin' amazing. But like I love these things that allow you to try different platforms out. And this one I found to be like one of the most cost-effective ones, KIE.ai. And because it gives you all these different ones, so you can do different things with them.
I might switch away from my Gemini and go to the ChatGPT and add this to it.
Yeah, so Sora is pretty cool.
Hey, John, which one are you using, John?
Me?
With one more? Yes.
Sure. I'm using HeyGen, Higgsfield, and then I train my your avatar, and that I do in FAL.ai.
FAL.ai.
It's
Do you have one you
basically
want to
called
show?
like a LoRa. That's it right there.
This is it. Okay.
Do you have a cool one that you put together?
A cool what?
Just a video that you've done?
Yeah, I've done a couple of them. There, you can go to my Instagram and you can see them there. But Sabia Team Real Estate, it's getting better and better. Like Herb said, some of them, I wasn't happy with, but it was just done, done and get it done. But some of them are pretty good. But it's crazy how when you train your, like your LoRa is called, or avatar, how realistic it
Well, like
comes
I
out.
really like this one.
Yeah, that's fake. Or it's me, but it's you know,
You
it's
know,
actually me. I'm not fat. The other ones are a little skinnier.
is this one you?
Yep. No, that's
That's an AI too?
Still believe the myth that mortgage rates automatically drop when the Fed cuts rates. That's
That
not
is
how it
awesome.
works, and yesterday proved it. The Fed only controls short-term rates, not mortgage rates.
I mean, I'm blown away by the fact that the lip sync is like spot on.
It is. It is.
Like I had to ask you, is this you or is this AI, right? I mean,
yeah.
seriously, this is
That one
damn
looks. That's very
good.
close to me on that one.
Why'd they make that other one make you look so much bigger?
I think it's because it's the photos that you use for it.
You look
My
look
best
like
friend, I was ready to kill him. He calls me up, like, we haven't seen each other in a couple of months, and he's like, "Dude, did you have some work done?" He goes, "You look a little." I was like, I was like,
so how did you put that one together? Can you walk us through what you do on that one?
yeah. What I did is first created the character in Higgsfield, and I trained Higgsfield like a couple of times for my. In Higgsfield, it's called a character. in HeyGen. It's an avatar, but then you can upload. You can, once it has your character, you just say okay, create. You give it a prompt to create what you want, and then it will get you a picture, and then you upload that picture into HeyGen, and then make it into a movie. Now in Higgsfield, you can do like a short. You can use Higgsfield if you want to animate, but I don't think you can talk in it. But if you want to do words on screen, Higgsfield is great for that.
Okay, so help explain this. So this is Higgsfield.
You go to, let's see, what is it?
You said
I think,
character, top line, fourth or fifth to the right. There you
Oh, character. Oh, character here.
yeah, that's something different, but you have, oh, Soul ID character. I think that's it there. And that's where you create your character, where you upload like 30 photos.
Oh, okay.
There you go. Yeah, there you go. And then
Okay.
you want to upload like 30, 40 photos of you, and you want to do like face on and then turn and the back of your head and so forth, and then it will create the character for you.
Okay. And then, so from here, do you create an image or a video?
From here, you're going to create basically your character, because it'll
Okay.
take all your 30, 40 photos, and
Yeah.
then it'll combine it into what it thinks your character is. And
Okay.
then you'll name it. And then when you go into the prompt, you're going to say, okay, like mine is John Sabia. Okay. And you'll say John Sabia, confident realtor, blah, blah, blah. And then it comes up with a couple different images that you can use.
So your next step is once you create your character, you create
Go to image.
an
Yep,
image.
right.
So you
Click
go
there.
here
Yep.
and then you say
Yeah. See down in there. And then you'll see over in the side character. That's where
character.
you'll upload your character.
Got it. So then you'd pick you as the character,
Correct.
and then it would create a image. And then from that image, you create the video.
Yep. You can either animate it if you want, like when I do words on screen, I'll animate it right in Higgsfield and just use Higgsfield. And you can do 5 or 10 seconds. But if I want to do a speaking one, then I'll take that image and upload it into HeyGen.
So you create the image, and then from here you go to this HeyGen, and there's
Right.
it looks like you get some free plans to try it out too.
Right.
And which plan do you use, John?
The cheapest one, I think.
Not the Let's Talk.
The creator, I think it is. Yeah, creator.
Yeah. There's monthly for $30 or $24 for the year.
Yeah, you have to be careful. Like in Higgsfield, like I learned the hard way, because you use credits every time you do something. And I was just doing 4, 4, 4, 4, and I just blew through credits like crazy. And then ChatGPT is like my best friend. It starts telling me, the prompts and stuff to use. And then finally I figured out, do 1 or 2 at a time until you find what you want. And then you could, then you can generate more if you want to try, once you find, that it's hitting what you want.
Do you do the paid version of ChatGPT?
Yeah, 20.
$20 a month? Wow.
Yeah. So there's options in that. But so John, so once you have the video, and here we are in HeyGen, so where do you put it next?
Well, it will be created in HeyGen, and then you just download it to your phone. And then what I'll take it from there, I'll put it into InShot is what I use, because I'll do, some editing in there, because sometimes you'll see it where you have like a break, and you can tell there's like a pause. So I'll go in and split the reel to remove the pause. And then I do captions usually InShot,
Yeah.
and do the, and then load it up into Instagram and then, or TikTok or whatever from there.
Got it. Okay. Well, good. Yes. But you were saying before that you're creating an image to start with in Higgsfield.
Right. Oh,
and
yeah. Then you
and
bring
then-
that in, you'll upload that into HeyGen.
And then you upload it in the HeyGen, you tell it what you want it to say.
If you just want to do words on screen, I mean, you can do it in HeyGen too, but I would do it in Higgsfield because it's much, much better. If you just want to do 5 seconds, 10 seconds without talking. do it in
Without
Higgsfield.
talking.
Mhm.
Now, where does ElevenLabs fit into this? Does HeyGen do the voice, or do you have to take the video and give it the
You can
ElevenLabs?
upload your voice in HeyGen if you want, but one of the courses I took said to use ElevenLabs because it's just much better. It's, and you record it in ElevenLabs and then download it and then upload it into HeyGen as your voice.
So you create your voice, create a voice for you,
Right.
a custom voice in ElevenLabs, and then import that into HeyGen.
Correct.
And
Yeah, I
HeyGen
recorded
will-
it on my phone and then
Oh.
uploaded that into HeyGen. I'm sorry, into ElevenLabs, and then it does what it needs to do to create the file, and then upload that into HeyGen.
Got it. That's amazing. So
Yeah, and one of them I did, it was incredible because when I did it, put it into HeyGen, and I mean, I did a video in French. You know, I mean, I'm okay in French, but not very good. But we work with a lot of French clients, and I mean, and it was my wife who speaks French was like, you know, that's incredible.
that's amazing. And let me show you this video that I think this was Grok that created this. So remember where we're asking it to pan towards the front door? Isn't that crazy? That's that's kind of just blowing me away right now. And this is Grok doing this. One other thing I wanted to show you in Grok that's really cool is you can say real estate agent in front, and you can upload your photo too in front of a Beverly Hills home, modern. And look at this. Oh, image limit reached. I've done too much already, but it generates all kinds of images for you instantly, like on the fly here, all kinds of different versions that you can try. It's absolutely mind-blowing. And you can give it an image to start with and have it do that. And if anyone hasn't done this one yet, so I use, instead of Gemini, I use the Google AI Studio. And I find this to be a little more interesting. Just Google AI Studio, it will bring you here. And then there's this nano banana thing. You can say, give me a photo of a realtor in front of a home in Beverly Hills, modern home. And then you can also modify it, or you can give it a picture of you and update that picture. Anyway, some crazy stuff. So you can even upload a photo of you and have you in front of that house. So amazing what you can do today. But, you know, we talked about a whole bunch of stuff. We saw John's videos that he produces. The coolest trick for Twilight shots ever. Easy as pie, and a couple other little cool things that you can do. I mean, you can definitely create your own B-rolls and all that kind of stuff. But does anyone have any ideas of how they might use some of this technology?
I would, I'd say if you turn around, you said expireds.
Yeah.
You find somebody that had the Adams Family, Munster pictures in there to come back and take those and drop them in there and say, why would you settle for this when working with me will offer you this, and a transition into what you did. And you could actually probably take their pictures and take the actual pictures look like crap and make them look better. So here you have this whole setup without even leaving there, and then take the AI and have it make a presentation for you out of those, so that it's just that much more smoother.
Yeah, for example, I mean, look at this one. I'm just flipping through my expireds here. Look at this ugly piece of house. But I mean, like I can take a screenshot of that. Like here's a Twilight image from this photo. Give this house a landscape refresh. And this is Perplexity that I'm using here. And so you could say, hey, you know, your house expired, but if we put a little bit of money into making the front look nice or the inside look nice or whatever it is, you can demonstrate it here. I mean, that's with turning on the lawn and putting some mulch and a couple plants in front of it. Right.
Mm-hmm.
And
Herb, would you ever go as far to refer a landscaper?
yeah, no, I mean, but look at this. Look, this is
I
just
mean, you cut the hedges and clean it up, and the trees, the bushes in front.
right. But
They
I
had
mean,
that.
yeah, I mean, you know, trim the hedges so they are even. You know, but I mean, as simple as that, you can illustrate this kind of stuff to, you know, the homeowner. Let's see. Let's look for some bad photos here. Hold on. Let's just take this picture, for example. Restage this image with modern furniture.
That's like when I do walkthroughs on houses, I'm gonna list, I do take pictures of some of the things that need to be done.
Yeah,
So another thought in this is when you turn around and you have those pictures and upload it and have it give the prompt for how you want the finished product to be to give them an idea what needs to be done. That's cool because now you don't have to go back. You've got the pictures you took.
here's the before and here's the suggested. Look
Yeah.
at that.
Yeah. Because people are visual. Yeah, when you turn around outside and you're looking at soffits and you're looking at rod or you're looking, you know, trimming back the hedges, this and that to give them an idea what you need. You got stuff that sellers or do-it-yourselfers about that's okay for them to do, but it's nice that you could send them that kind of presentation to show what needs to be done and you will create more engagement because they're liking that. It's like, oh, okay, now we get that. And you
Yeah.
know, I always joke when I tell people, the people that say, why go that extra step? I go, they already tell you they're working too hard. I go, this is what I do.
Exactly.
And yeah, strong message.
Anyone have any other thoughts from today's
If you
discussion?
put together a system to focus on expireds, how long would it take you to go through a list of 10 of those or so? You could do
You know,
like just going with the landscape.
every week I'll go through the expireds and send them letters, and then I can easily, if I see crappy photos, I'll include like, this is what, you know, a sample of before and after photos of what your place could look like with our staging,
I think it's a good idea.
right?
Yeah.
So very easy to do. So anyway, all right, guys, awesome. Hopefully that was that helpful. Thanks so much, John, for jumping on today and sharing your progress on this.
Sure, no problem.
Excited to see what you come up with next. All right, guys, thanks for jumping on.
Thank
I'll see
you.
you next week.